Before Fortnite, before hyper-realistic graphics, there was a time when video games were simple, but truly magical. And yes, magical even if you had to blow into the cartridge just to get it to start. Back in the 80s and 90s, gaming wasn't just a way to kill time. It was a ticket to worlds that challenged us, thrilled us, and made us dream. Today, I invite you to take a trip back in time and relive the gems that shaped our childhood. Get ready. Nostalgia hits hard. These are the games that made history, split into 5 chapters. This is a tribute to an unforgettable era. Chapter 1. The beginning of home gaming. It all started in the 70s with simple arcade machines, but it was the 80s that truly brought video games into our homes. The Atari 2600 was a pioneer. Swappable cartridges, pixelated graphics, and sounds that might seem primitive now, but back then, they were mind-blowing. We were playing with 2 colors and still thought it was epic. Games like Pitfall, Adventure, and Space Invaders kick things off. They may look basic today, but at the time, they were revolutionary. Then came the crash of 1983. The market was flooded with low-quality games, and many believed video games were just a passing fad. That was when people thought this gaming thing wasn't going to last. Then Nintendo stepped in. With the NES, the industry was saved. And with it, Super Mario Bros. Mario was more than just a game. It had smart level design, fun physics, vibrant colors, and unforgettable music. Each level felt like an adventure, and every player became an explorer in the Mushroom Kingdom. Everything was great, until you fell in the same hole for the 5th time.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
We also got Duck Hunt with its light gun and Excite Bike. Way ahead of its time. Nintendo didn't just sell games, they sold pixelated dreams. And so began the Golden Age. Chapter 2. Icons that defined the 80s. If Mario was the face of the NES, other gems helped turn it into a legend. The Legend of Zelda, released in 1986.
We can play it on my Nintendo Entertainment System.
Put us in Link's shoes to save Hyrule. It was the first big open-world experience. No clear path, no map. Just you and your instincts. And your patience. Lots of patience.
If you've made it this far, it's because you like the content, so I ask you to subscribe and like it. It's free, and it helps us a lot.
In a time without tutorials, it was both thrilling and frustrating. Then came Metroid, with a dark atmosphere and interconnected levels. The big twist: the protagonist, Samus, was a woman, but you only found out if you finished the game. A plot twist that left jaws on the floor. Tetris, on the other hand, became a global phenomenon. On the Game Boy, with its catchy music and simple mechanics, it became universally loved by hardcore gamers and even your parents. We also had Mega Man, with brutal difficulty and futuristic style, and Castlevania, blending action with gothic horror. Each title had a unique identity, a distinct look, and unforgettable sound. These were tough games, but fair. They taught us perseverance. If you made it through Mega Man, you can handle anything in life. Chapter 3. The boom of the 90s. The 90s exploded with creativity, tech advancements, and fierce competition. Nintendo wasn't alone anymore. Sega Genesis came in strong, and its mascot was Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic was pure speed. He was attitude. He had killer 16-bit music. And yeah, it was nearly impossible to control him at full speed. The Mario vs. Sonic rivalry defined a generation. Two styles, two consoles, two worlds. While the console wars heated up at home, arcades were booming. Street Fighter II reigned supreme. Ryu, Chun-Li, Ken, we memorized their combos, with sore thumbs and a pocket full of quarters. Then came Mortal Kombat. With graphic violence and fatalities, it stirred global controversy and made millions, and gave your mom a mini heart attack if she walked by during a fatality.
Wait, you're not subscribed yet? I'm counting on you to help grow the most curious community.
Meanwhile, other consoles were home to legendary JRPGs. Final Fantasy VI, with its epic and emotional story, was art in the form of a game. And Chrono Trigger, crafted by genre legends, blended time travel, world-altering decisions, and a soundtrack still hailed as one of the best in gaming. The 90s weren't just about technical improvements. They hit us in the feels. And yes, tears were shed. More than once. Chapter 4. Pokemon and the Portable Revolution. In 1996, the world met Pikachu. Pokemon Red and Blue weren't just games. They were full-blown adventures packed into a cartridge. Over 150 creatures to catch, train, and evolve. Turn-based battles, gyms, rivals. And that rival somehow always had the better team. The best part? You could trade Pokemon with others using a link cable. One of the first real local multiplayer setups, if you had the patience and the cable. The Game Boy, already popular, became a household essential. But Pokemon wasn't the only star. Games like Kirby's Dream Land brought charm and accessibility. Donkey Kong 94 on Game Boy surprised everyone with its creativity. And Wario Land gave us a new kind of hero, or rather, anti-hero. You no longer needed a TV to play. You could take your pixelated world anywhere. Downside? If your batteries died, it was game over, literally. Chapter 5. Why we never forgot these games. Because they shaped us. They were part of our afternoons, our birthdays, our school breaks. They taught us that to win, you had to fail first. There was no internet. No guides, no updates. Just you, the game, and your effort. And that notebook where you wrote passwords in handwriting only you could understand. And still, we beat them. What do these games have that modern ones don't? Maybe it's not the graphics. It's the heart. Maybe it's not the mechanics. It's the soul. When you powered on the NES or Game Boy, you weren't just playing. You were dreaming. That's why, decades later, we're still talking about them. Because they were never just video games. They were part of our lives. Final outro. Thanks for watching this tribute to the greatest games of the 80s and 90s. Did you play any of them? Which one was your favorite? Or were you the kid who just watched everyone else play? Tell us in the comments and share this video with someone who lived through the golden era. Subscribe for more nostalgia, history, and pop culture. See you on the next trip back in time.